What is up, everybody? It is missvadams here, and welcome to this beginner's guide of ARK Survival Ascended, where I'm going to be showing you how to survive your very first day in the game from a PvE single player perspective. So without further ado, let's get into it. We have two gameplay modes that we can choose from in the beginning. We can either join a server or we can play single player. And within those, we have various options as well. So if you do want to play on a server, you hit join game and you can filter your servers through a load of different options: official, unofficial at the top here, non-dedicated. You can see your favorite list as well. You will see your session name, the type of map. At the moment, we've only got the island available as an official map anyway. And then we've got PvE or PvP, amount of players, the day of the server, and of course the ping, which is going to be particularly important to you. The lower the number means the better connection to that server. So for today, I'm not too worried about this since we are doing single player. And if we are doing single player, we're going to want to create a game. Here we go. And then we're going to want to check out a few things first. We're going to want to go to game rules and choose our difficulty: easy, medium, or hard. Whichever one you choose, don't worry too much about it because you can change the difficulty at any point during your playthrough. I'm actually going to choose hard because I have a bit of experience, but you might prefer to choose easy or medium to start with. And then if you really want to, you can get really specific with all of your different settings. If you are brand new, however, I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you do have any questions with kind of the settings that I'm using, please feel free to ask in the comments and I'll be happy to answer any of them. The only thing I am going to change, I think, is the difficulty level. If I set that to 0 and maximum difficulty on, it means that when the dinosaurs spawn, they are going to spawn in with the same levels as they would on official servers, which is a personal preference. That's how I like to play. So if we want to get to character creation mode, single player, let's go. This is the fun bit. It is really easy to spend hours on the screen, so I'm going to try and make it as quick as possible, but you have so many different options to choose from when it comes to character creation. You can get right in there with the nitty-gritty detail, but today I'm going to keep it simple. We're going to go for female. I'm going to change the name from human. You don't want to be called human, and you'll be stuck with this name. So we're going to be Miss V. And then I can choose a body template if I wish as well. So we'll go for this one here. We're going to be quite muscly. And then if we go to body composition, here we go. We've got this grid here, and you can move this square around depending on what size and shape that you want your body to be. So we're going to be quite muscly. There we go. We're going to sit somewhere about here. Overall height as well. You can choose. You can be really, really small if you want, or you can be really, really tall. We're playing PvE, so height and body part size doesn't really matter so much in terms of gameplay, but do bear in mind that what you pick now, you will be stuck with for the rest of your playthrough pretty much, so do pick wisely. One thing I think I'm going to change up here, however, is hairstyle. There we go. We can change this in the playthrough. I believe you can cut your hair, but for now, we're going to do this, and I'm going to have red hair because I quite like red. So there we go. I mean, that looks more brown to me. Maybe we go... There we go. There we go. That is looking good. Brilliant. Miss V, create, let's go. And then this screen is quite important. This is the spawn point screen. You'll notice that we have various green zones in the south, which are the easy spawns, various orange zones on the east and west coast. Those are medium spawns. You're more likely to come across dangerous carnivores in this area. And then in the very north, we've got the red difficult zones. I would strongly advise against spawning here. Not only will you have large carnivores to contend with, but you're also going to find it environmentally difficult, especially in the cold area of the snow here. I guess if you want to challenge yourself, you could spawn here. There are some really valuable resources such as metal, crystal, and obsidian in abundance on the mountaintops. But really, if you're starting out, honestly, go with the green zones. You're going to spawn in on the beach and life is going to be quite a lot easier. And my favorite zone is South Zone 1, as we can see on the left here, which corresponds here. So we're going to spawn in, and we're going to be presented with this cutscene, which we're going to listen to.
Are you the one I've been waiting for? You might be. I hope so. It's been so many cycles since I was her. Do I even still remember hope? I wasn't sure you'd ever turn up. The odds just kept getting longer. I guess I've been losing faith, while they've been gaining power. You have to reach me. Everything depends on your survival. Master this world. Make allies of its many creatures. Grow your strength and skill. Explore this place like I did so long ago. Put the pieces together and find me, survivor. You may be the only one who can.
Well, there we go, folks. That's the first glimpse of the ARK storyline. To be continued. But first, we have to try and get through our first day. So we are waking up on this rather beautiful and serene looking beach, giving our arm a little scratch, and there's some kind of weird implant there, which we don't need to worry about too much at the moment. I think one of the first things I like to do when I first spawn in ARK is check the area. Are there any large carnivores which are going to give me issues? On first glances, it appears that we might be okay. So let's get cracking. Now, I am playing on PC, so you might need to look up your controller settings, depending, you know, if you're using controller on PC or maybe you're on Xbox or PlayStation. But considering I'm on PC, I can use my scroll wheel to go from third person to first person. There we go. We'll do a bit of first person, I think. And then I'm going to look down on the ground and press E continually. If I hit E, that is the option to pick up. There we go. And we're going to start picking up stones. We're going to need stones in order to craft our first tools. And another thing we're going to need is wood. So our first wood is going to be gotten by punching trees. And we're going to have to do this for a little bit because, as you can see on the left, we're also getting a lot of thatch. There we go. We've just also leveled up, which is great. That tree is gone and I've still not gotten any wood. So let's keep going. We need at least one piece of wood to craft our first tool. Hey, there we go. One piece of wood. Now we have leveled up. So if you press I, you will go to your inventory screen where you'll see everything in your inventory on the left. And then in this middle section here, you've got all of your character statistics, and also up here, your armor slots and a bunch of useful information, including the time of day, the time, temperature, and then all of this stuff, which, yeah, we don't need to worry about too much. So this first point, I'm actually going to put into weight, because one of the things I hate in the beginning stages is running around and not having the weight capacity to carry everything I need. So there we go. And we get presented with this screen, which is our engram screen. Every time we level up, we get points to spend on engrams. So we've got to use them wisely. In the beginning, we want this stone hatchet and we want a spear. You can see we've already learnt this top line. So one of the first things that we are going to craft, we can hit V, which is the shortcut for crafting. There we go. It's going to be the pick. So I double click on that. It starts crafting up. Awesome. I can also access my inventory and crafting at the top here by clicking. This in our inventory, we can actually hit the number 1 and you'll notice the tool appears on the corresponding slot on our hotbar, numbered 1 all the way through to 0 at the end there. If I hit 1, I can equip it. There we go. This is a bit better now. If we're going to continue to make tools and progress, I'm going to need wood, I'm going to need thatch, flint and stone. So if I use the pick on a tree, you'll notice that I get quite a bit of thatch and just a little bit of wood. There we go. And then you'll also notice if I go up to a rock, do note not all rocks are harvestable. Some of them are just part of the scenery, a bit like this one. There we go. But if I go up to this, I can use my pick and I'm going to get quite a bit of flint and only a little bit of stone. Oh, a little bit of metal. That's good. That doesn't often happen with these rocks. Let me see if I can grab a few more. Is this one? There we go. So a little bit of stone, but much more flint with the pick. So we need a better tool for farming both stone and wood. Now, I am out of stamina. You can see in the bottom right, my stamina filling up. There we go. Those are all of the characters' needs that we need to focus on. So the stars that have just disappeared, they denote our torpidity or how far away we are from being passed out. We've then got our weight, water, food, stamina, health, and progress towards leveling up. So it looks like it's flashing. We've got another level. Let's put that point into weight. And then we can also start to learn some more engrams. We're going to do the campfire and we're going to start to unlock some armor just there. So now, with the resources we've got, yeah, we can make ourselves a hatchet, which is the second tool we need. Because if we use our hatchet on a tree, we should be able to get more wood than we do thatch. Let's have a look. There we go. Look at that on the left-hand side. So this is why it is useful to have both the pick and the hatchet. And if we go over to the stone, we should be getting more stone than we do flint this time. Yep, there we go. Look at that. Now, we are very shortly going to get hungry. So one of the first food sources you're going to find in the game are berries from bushes. If you hold down E on a bush, you'll see that you get a variety of berries and also fiber. We're going to need a lot of fiber to craft our armor and other things as well. So absolutely, you need to keep hold of that. And if we go into our inventory, we can see the types of berries that we've got. We could probably, there are several more varieties actually that I want to show you. So I'm just going to keep harvesting them for a minute. Bearing in mind, my harvest settings are set to 1, which is pretty low. It is in line with official servers, but if you find this to be too grindy for you in the beginning and you're playing single player, or perhaps you set up your own server, then you can absolutely go ahead and up your harvest settings. You play the game however you want to play it, whatever suits you best. Don't let anybody tell you any different. There's no right or wrong way to play ARK. Anyway, we've got some more berries, which we're going to take a look at because some of them you don't want to eat. You don't want to eat the narco berries because they increase your torpidity. So we don't want to do that. I would also advise against eating stim berries as well at the moment, but pretty much everything else you can do. So I'm going to put it on my hotbar just in case I do get a bit peckish. You'll find you'll need to eat a lot of berries to satiate your hunger. But before long, we're going to go out there and we're going to find a better source of food before long. And I think we need to work towards making ourselves some armor and also getting a weapon so that we can go out and start hunting. And there we go. We have leveled up again. Nice. I'm getting a little bit of wood, which I'm going to need to start crafting up some spears, I think. Again, just keep putting points into weight for now. We can learn the rest of the cloth armor, our very first basic armor, which we're going to be working towards making just now. Let's have a look. Crafting. I can make a hat, a shirt, and some pants. Awesome. That is a start. If I want to make the shoes and the gloves, I'm going to need some hide. And in order to get hide, we're going to need to go out hunting. So let's craft up a spear. Now, spears break pretty easily. So I think we're going to need to farm a little bit more fiber just to make a couple of those in case they break. Sometimes they break on first use if you're really unlucky. And other times they will last just a little bit longer. So I'm going to make sure I have at least 2 on my hotbar, I think. There we go. 2 spears. And then we can drag our armor across to the appropriate slot, or we can hover over and hit E, and it will just go over automatically. There we go. Lovely. So some of the first animals that we are going to hunt are going to be probably dodos. Usually you can hear them. They make a kind of chirping sound. They might be in the grass, but it's probably best to come out onto the beach so that you can see them a little bit better. There we go. I can see a couple of dodos. Here they are. Look, look, look. Oh no, there's a baby. I'm going to feel really bad about doing this, but it is kind of the nature of the game. It's survival. It's ARK. So I'm really sorry, but I need your skin. Okay, this is a level 125, which is reasonably high level. Do note that if a dino has a baby, even if it's usually passive like dodos, they will come after you and attack you to defend their young. So do bear that in mind. Luckily, dodos, they don't hurt too much. So I would claim this as a baby. I would claim this as a pet. But I'm gonna let you live, friends. I'm gonna let you live in the world. We're gonna be taming dinosaurs next episode. We're not doing that today, so I'm gonna let him roam free. Dodos aren't massively useful anyway, if I'm honest. I will get you though. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. So bear in mind when you are harvesting bodies, if you use your hatchet, you should get more hide. In that instance, we got more meat, but if you're using the hatchet, you're going to get more hide. If you use your pick, you're going to get more meat. I think in the beginning stages, it is definitely more useful to have more hide because of crafting armor and things like that. You tend to pick up meat pretty easily. So we need to find a spot to set up, actually. I guess we could set up here. This is as good a spot as any. So I'm going to make myself a campfire because we're going to want to cook up some food. Some better food than our berries. So if I drag the campfire over to my hotbar, hit the corresponding button, and then I can place it wherever it's green pretty much. So there we go. We're going to hit E to go into the inventory, and we're going to want to make sure there's a fuel source, so wood or thatch. drag across the meat, light fire, and there we go. It is cooking up. And we're going to need this fire for nighttime as well for when it gets cold. So let's have a little look. Level up again, continuing to put in weight. And then a few of the things I'm going to unlock. We're going to start working towards building our very first thatch hut. So what can I do? I can do foundations and walls. That's about it at the moment, but that's okay. If we continue to level up, we'll get more points to spend on engrams. But we also need to make up the rest of our armor. And I'm going to need quite a bit of fiber to do that. So I'm just going to spend a second grabbing that. So we can now craft some gloves. I need two more fiber. Okay, that's like one bush. That's not going to take 2 seconds. Okay, maybe it takes a bit more than 2 seconds. There we go. All right, there we go. Shoes. Brilliant. So we've got our first complete armor kit. Nice. So the next thing I'm going to want to craft is a storage box, because we're going to need that in order to, well, store our things so that we're not running around over encumbered. So let's learn that engram there. All right, there we go. Storage box being made. Put it across here. You can place these just on the ground. You can place them on building foundations as well. There we go. And then I'm going to put everything, pretty much everything in here, actually. Well, not everything. I don't need seeds. We don't need those. I'm going to throw those on the ground. I don't need stim berries, but we'll keep hold of everything else. There we go. I'm just farming this fiber to start making our thatch hut, and I noticed a dino on the beach. A pegomastix over there. Now, these are almost harmless, except for the fact that they will steal an item from your inventory and run away with it. So a little trick for beginners and pegomastix: if you put something pretty useless like these verdberry seeds on your 0 slot, the pegomastix will always steal your 0 slot first. So let's just have a look at this to show you what I mean. So I'm going to get near it and it's going to aggro. Here we go. And it's going to steal the thing and run away. And it's got like a little bag. Look. So I'm going to run after him. I'm going to run after him and I'm going to get it back. The meanie. Now, usually where there's one of these, there's more of them. So we're going to have to be careful. Now, don't go too near the turtle. I don't want to aggro the turtle because the turtle could be pretty mean. Okay. Pal, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. Wait, this must be a level 40. Not too bad. But yeah, if I go into its inventory now, it has the seeds. So with these guys, you can always take back what it steals if you need to. But I'm going to take advantage of this and harvest up some hide. There we go. Now, I've got some more meat to cook. Got some more meat. Let's swap out the cooked meat, which I'm going to use as my food source. Put the raw meat in there. You'll see as a byproduct of burning wood, you get charcoal. This is actually going to be useful for you down the line when making gunpowder. So do keep hold of this, would be my advice in the beginning. But yeah, let's just take a look at levels and engrams and see what else we need to unlock to make our thatch hut. So we've got the foundations and the walls. We need doors and windows. I'm going to make it a bit fancy, so we're going to go with the sloped wall pieces there and the roof pieces as well. There we go. Lovely. All right, I've just been farming my thatch and my tool has broke, but fear not, we can repair it. If you hit the corresponding button on your hotbar, so long as you have the resources in your inventory, it will automatically repair. But because it's flashing at me, it looks like we don't. So let's have a look. What do I need? I need 1 stone in order to repair it. Okay, well, we can easily go and get one of those. Let me... in fact, I could probably just pick one up from the ground. Pick one up from the ground. There we go. Bam! Okay, that's repairing. You might also have noticed that we are thirsty, apparently, just because of the note at the top of the screen, and also there's a red flashing thing going on. The water drop symbol's flashing, so if we go to any water source and hit E, we will drink from it, and our thirst will be quenched. And on top of that, we can actually craft ourselves a water skin, which will contain a little bit of water for us in case we do stray away from land. So for that, I'm going to need my hide, which I popped in here. And we're going to need to learn the engram for it. Water skin. I actually can't afford it at the moment. But yeah, you can craft one of these and it will hold a small amount of water. Unfortunately, it will leak water as well. So not massively effective, but it can be useful in the beginning stages. But yeah, I think we might be ready to start making our very first shelter, which is going to be made of thatch. So we're going to go 4. We're going to go for 4 foundations. We're going to do 4 foundations. We're going to do 8 walls. There we go. We're going to have 1 door. I'm going to have 4 sloped walls. And then we're going to have 4 roof pieces as well. Actually, we're going to have 5 because these also double up as stair pieces and ramps as well. By the looks of it, I think it's more wood we're going to need. You'll notice that if you're crafting, by the way, that your character does this slow walk. So just bear in mind when you're crafting that you're not going to be able to run away from bad dinos. So yeah, just be careful. I only tend to craft around my base when I can help it. Okay, there we go. Last 2 sloped pieces there. So I can drag these across to my hotbar so that we can readily and easily place them. There we go. Fabulous. Another point into weight. I'm gonna take weight all the way to 200, I think, before we even think about any of the statistics. Also looking at things we might want to put inside our house. I mean, sleeping bags are good. They're only 1 use though. So if we die, we can respawn and then it breaks. So you can put that down if you want. But personally, I like to save for the bed because you can use the bed unlimited amount of times, essentially. So we're going to save up for the bed, but that's going to be one of the things we put in our house. I'm going to put the pestle and mortar as well. We're going to need that to craft up some secondary materials like spark powder and narcotics down the line. All right, here we go. Here's our foundation. It's going to be green where we can place it and then red where we cannot place it. I think we'll just go and put it here. And we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We're just going to have a little tiny 2x2 house. Nothing too extravagant. And then for our wall pieces, we can actually choose the style of these. If you hit R, you can change it to a door frame, 2 types of door frames, or even a window frame as well. Because I'm playing PvE and I don't need to worry about anybody breaking into my house, I'm gonna use windows. I mean, if somebody wanted to break into my thatch hut on PvP, they very much could do so. But luckily we're single player PvE, so we don't have to worry. Anyway, a door piece here. There we go. Lovely. And then let's do our door, which is there. And then for the roof, I've got the sloped pieces here. You can actually flip by pressing Q. There we go. And then around the back here, you can see all the different snap points as well. You can really get creative with building if you wish. However, that's going to be something I probably save for my forever base because we're not going to stay on the beach forever. This is just for the first kind of few in-game days that we're going to spend here. And then for our roof pieces, it's probably going to be easier if I go inside to place these. So inside first person, I think. Let's see. This could be a little bit fiddly. Oh. There we go. Fantastic. And then last but not least, on the outside, if you press R, they will change to stairs. There we go. How fabulous is our little thatch hut looking? This all looks like from the inside. There we go. Nice seaside view. This is why I like the windows. And then from the front here. There we go. I don't think that is looking too bad myself. But yeah, we want to kit the inside out with a few useful things for ourselves. So we needed the bed, we needed the pestle and mortar at this stage, which means I'm probably going to go out and have to hunt a few more little dinos in order to get the hide I'm going to need to build these things. We got another dodo. Dodos are nice and easy, as we already know. But also, I noticed that we have these guys here. These are called moss chops. They can actually be really useful dinos to tame if they are a decent level, but this is a level 20, which is quite low. This one is a 75. I might try and keep the 75 alive for later, but the level 20 is a low level. Bearing in mind my maximum level is set to 150. Okay, so this guy's going to run away, I think, when I try to hit it. You can stop them in their tracks with an item called a bowler, which I don't have access to just yet. So I'm going to chase after it. I hope it doesn't go in the water. But these guys can give a really decent amount of hide. Oh, you've got stuck. Fabulous. Let's just stay there. There we go. Yeah, they give a really good amount of hide. There we are. Look at that. And we're still going. 30 hide just from that one dino that was level 20. Marvelous. Let's have a look. Bed. Oh, I need more hide for the pestle and mortar. Okay, well, we can do that. I'd say the bed's more important because that way, if you do die, then you can guarantee that you're going to spawn right back here. And even though we have spawn areas, they cover quite a large radius. So even if you pick spawn point 1, if you die, doesn't mean you're going to necessarily spawn here. You might spawn all the way over the other side of the beach, which is going to be difficult to get back to your house. So this thing coming down from the sky, this very mysterious looking thing, this is a supply crate. And they come in various different colors, which denote the kind of quality of loot that's going to be inside and what level you have to be in order to open them. This white one is the most basic form of loot crate, which means we can open it at level 5. So let's have a little look. Are we going to get anything good? 42 hide and 9 spears. Okay, I will absolutely take those as a beginner. Those are actually great. Spears can only stack in 10. Look at that. Thank you very much. Supply crate, always worth picking up. Anyway, it looks like we're over encumbered now. You can see by the weight icon on the right flashing, and you'll notice that I'm going pretty slow right now, doing a slow jog. And I've just noticed a Dilophosaur over there, which we might want to take care of. He can be small but nasty on your first day. So in order that I can move properly again, I'm going to take a look to see what I can get rid of. If I click on an item and press O, I will throw it on the ground. There we go. I'm going to get rid of some of the berries. I'll keep hold of the narco berries and the medjo berries. Those are the most useful ones to us at the moment. But that is enough to get moving. If you do want to pick stuff back up, you can hit E. You'll notice there is a timer on this of 2 minutes. So if you leave it on the ground for 2 minutes, it will just disappear. But yeah, this guy over here, I mean, I'm still pretty slow. Look, so even though I'm not technically over encumbered, I do get slower the more that is on my person. So actually what I might do is, because I want to keep hold of some of this stuff, I'm going to try and avoid this guy. I'm going to try and avoid this guy and go to my storage crate and dump the stuff. Can I avoid you? Yes, I can. Okay, this is what the storage crate's for. I do need to move this inside actually before long. But for now, let's just pretty much put everything, I think, or at least that much, because apparently it's full. Okay, I can move around now. This is good. Let's deal with this guy then. Let's have a look. So the way to deal with him is, you'll probably recognize him from Jurassic Park. He is a Dilophosaur. Oh my goodness, my spear broke. Okay, he's running away. Why are you running away? Usually he's trying to spit in my face. Usually they spit green goo at you, which means that you can't see for a few seconds. But this guy just wasn't having any of it today. All right, well, I got lucky today. There we go. Anyway, we were making our pestle and mortar, which I need to grab that hide. I need to grab that hide from here. There we go. Let's have a look. Oh, my character's hungry. Let's eat a little bit of food. There we go. Nom, nom, nom. Eating meat, cooked meat, is really good because it also increases a tiny bit of your health if you've got health to gain as well. Let's have a look. Pestle and mortar. We've got another level. Let's get weight to 200. And by the looks of it, yeah, we've got bowlers. Bowlers at level 9. These are great defense mechanisms. And also if you're trying to temporarily trap dinos in order to kill them or tame them, at least smaller dinos, they're really good. So we're going to learn that. A few other things that we don't need to learn anything else at this stage, but I am going to learn spark powder and narcotics. There we go. You can unsnap by holding Q. There we are. Lovely. Plonk down. And then in here, you can see spark powder, which requires stone and flint. Right click and craft. Yeah, crafting stuff essentially gives you XP. So we're trying to level up at the moment. So let's do that. Narcotics, don't need to worry about today. But this is essentially why you do want to keep hold of your spoiled meat for one. And you also want to keep hold of your narco berries, because those are the two things that we need in order to craft these things. In fact, we might as well craft a few. Let's have a look. Even if it's like 2. There we go. So one of the things that I do want to make is a bowler, so that we can have some defense if we come across a smaller carnivorous dino that we're trying to outrun. But also, in case we want to use it against smaller dinos so that we can temporarily stop them in their tracks and then kill them for their materials. One of the good dinos to use them on are parasaurs. So let me go out and see if I can find one a second. All right, so what we've got to do is equip it. Aim it. If it's green, that means that that creature can be bowlered. Bam, you've got about 30 seconds to do what you need to do. Either run away or, in this case, kill it for its hind and its meat. Of course, if you want to tame it, you can as well. But we need that hide. There we go. It was only level 15. And we can farm that up. Nice. So they're only one use. So I've only got one more on my hotbar, so I need to be careful. Oh my goodness! What is attacking me? Oh, okay. Now these are fun. These are little bugs. If you can kill them, and they don't kill you first, they're actually pretty useful because they can give you a resource called chitin, which you're going to need in order to make up some of the saddles for the dinos that you're going to tame. Actually, I think I should be using the pick. Yeah, it's the pick you want to use on these in order to get the most chitin. There we go. Lovely. What else is along this beach then? So this is the other side to where my base is. We crossed the... Oh, I'm out of stamina. We crossed the river. The river is reasonably safe if you cross it in this shallow section here. Just be careful when you go a little bit deeper because you might find some piranhas come in to try and nibble on you, which you absolutely don't want. Now, you want to watch out for this guy here. This is an ichthyornis, this bird, otherwise known as a steely bird, because they, like the pegomastics, will steal stuff from you, but you're not able to get it back. It will eat it. So, I'm absolutely going to make sure. Let's put one piece of spoiled meat on the 0 slot. There we go. Just in case it comes after me or aggroes to me. Hopefully it won't. I want to go at the beach here because we're just trying to gather resources so that we can level up, so that we can start preparing ourselves to tame our very first dino as well, which is, of course, the extremely exciting part of this game. But there should be some creatures potentially. Did I just see one there? No, that is a fish. Hello. There are some creatures called trilobites which hang out in the shallows. They sometimes crawl up onto land as well, and they can be really useful. I can see one just over there. Oh no! Piranhas. I told you, you've got to watch out in the deeper water. Oh my god, am I going to make it? No! Well, this is my first death, but let me tell you, I have many thousands of hours in ARK Survival Evolved, and I still die on occasion. It happens. We need to get used to it. It's part of the game, but don't worry. I made myself a bed so that we can respawn at. There we go. Look at that. Now, the tricky part is going to be getting our stuff back, but by default, our body bag will have 30 minutes on it, so we've got 30 minutes real time to get our stuff back. Our death marker there, you can see, so that it's going to make it a little bit easier to find our body. I'm not going to hold R to dismiss it just yet, because I want to actually get my stuff back. What we might be better off doing here, because I know there's a piranha there, so I'm going to cross over the shallower end up here and then run around, I think. You guys might also notice that there is a snowflake in the bottom right-hand side of the screen. That means we are getting colder. So at this point, we're not going to have any passive health generation, but we're also not going to lose health. The moment that snowflake becomes an ice cube, we have a problem because we are going to start to lose health and we're going to have to find a way to keep warm. At the moment, we're okay. Let me see. Here's our bag. Oh, what's the timer on there? Okay, it must be about 3 hours on single player. There we go. If you were on a server, by default, it is 30 minutes. But on single player, apparently it's 3 hours. I learned something new today, so there we go. All right, let's put our armor back on. Specimen implant. When you die, you get a dead one of these. You don't need it for anything. Just chuck it on the ground. Let me see if we can find this little creature then. In fact, we can dismiss this. Just look at it and hold down R. There we go. I swear I saw one. Oh! Do I not learn anything? No. You can kind of lure them to shore a little bit and try to kill them if you want. You can get some fish meat from them. Come at me. Come at me. They're a little bit cowardly. Yeah, they like to kind of come up to you and then swim away. There we go. There's one down. I swear there was another one though. There we go. We don't get hide from fish, so I'm not too bothered about using my hatchet. I'll just use my spear. Oh, I don't know where he's gone. He'll come back. Here he is. Here he is. There we go. Oh, that was close though. And you can see we're ice cubing. We're really cold in the water, so we're going to want to get out. There we go. Now, if I eat some of my cooked meat, I will passively heal just a little bit. That little red jar symbol that pops up, that is showing me that we are healing. So long as I have space to actually feed. There we go. Got a little bit more health. The sun is starting to set. So it's going to get dark very shortly. We're almost through our first day. I really want to find this guy, though. Here we go. This little trilobite here. These guys are passive. They're going to give us some resources that we're going to want to keep hold of. So I'm going to use my spear. There we go. You want to use your pick. You can see on the left-hand side, we're getting chitin, we're getting pearls, we're getting meat, we're getting oil. And you even sometimes have a small chance of getting black pearls, which are extremely rare end game resource. So I'm really glad we found one of those. Let's have a look. Weight is at 200. I think we're at a stage now where I'm probably going to start pumping a little bit more into stamina, so that if we do need to run away from creatures, we're going to be able to run for that little bit longer. Now, where there's one of these guys, there is usually several of them, but because the sun is starting to set and I am getting cold, I'm probably going to go back to base, get some shelter, go stand by the heat so that we can survive the night. So if you're out and about and you're getting lost, you can hit M and that will give you the shortcut to your map. Here you go. Here is the map at hand. We are at the little green arrow in the south there. You've got your coordinates at the bottom. And if you want to hold down M, you can zoom in and out to see the whole map, or otherwise. If you're wanting to add a waypoint, a little marker on your map so that you know where your base is in case you get lost, you're going to want to hit I. Go up to the top right where it says map, and then this is the kind of, the in-depth map. You can hold down right click to move around all the different areas. The reason why most of my map is already discovered is because I'm actually doing another playthrough of this on a server. So if you're looking at your map for the first time, you're not going to see all of this revealed until you actually go there. But here we are. And then what we can do is we can turn our deaths on and off. That's where we last died. I think it saves up to the past 5 deaths that you have. I'll turn that off for the time being. We can also track our dinos and stuff, and other players if we're playing multiplayer as well. But if we're going to put in a waypoint, add 83 or 37, whatever, close enough. And we can type in home, accept. And there we go. It's close enough. It's close enough. If we can find our way back here, we can find our way home. And there we go. The official nighttime music. We have made it through our first day. I am pretty happy with the progress we've made. We've got our little bob hut on a beach. We've built ourselves a bed. We've got ourselves a freaking pestle and mortar, and also a campfire, which we should probably light just in case it does get a little bit chilly. You've got some food there as well. Look at that. Lovely. So yeah, I think that's all we've got time for today. We'll look at taming dinosaurs next week, which I'm really excited about. If you did like the content, please consider liking and subscribing because it really helps me out. And if you want to catch me in the meantime, you can see me live on Twitch where I play a lot of ARK. So folks, until next time, over and out. See you later.